Hello everyone, welcome to Grace Hollow Rabbitry. I'm PJ, and just in case this is your first time of watching my channel, I'm located in Northwest Arkansas, where I have a ARBA registered rabbitry. I raise commercial meat breed rabbits. I raise New Zealand's and silver fox. New Zealand's I've raised black, blue, and broken. Silver fox, black and blue. And I raise these for, first of all, meat. They are a meat breed, and that's what I raised them for. Now, originally, what I initially got into meat breed rabbits for was the fertilizer, because I do like to garden, and rabbit manure is one of the best fertilizers you can use in your garden. And so that's what I got into it first. And then the meat was a nice addition as well. And then I got into trying to breed better and better. I got deep into the standard of perfections and the conformations, and then I got into exhibiting or showing rabbits, competing, and I work really hard to continue to better my lines. I am new with the silver fox, and so I really don't have my own lines yet. I had some rabbits provided to me from my good friend over on like central Arkansas, I think. It might still be northwest. Anyway, it's about 2 hours from here for our runs rabbitry. And then, so I'm working off of that stock and trying to build a herd of my own. As most of you know, I just recently came back from Silver Fox Nationals. That was this past weekend. Of course, I didn't have any of my own rabbits to take this year. The main reason I went for two main purposes. First and foremost, because I am new to the Silver Fox community, I wanted to go and I wanted to meet some of the other breeders, get to know the other folks in the Silver Fox community, and build some bonds and some ties and some friendships with other Silver Fox breeders. And so I went. That was my main concern. My second reason I went was I wanted to bring in what I thought would be some new bloodlines to add to my existing herd and try to mix and match and build something. As it turned out, the buck that I purchased actually is a grandson or great-grandson, I forget. Anyway, his line does go back to one of the does that I have, Puff. So that's going to be interesting. I look forward to adding him to my herd. So that was the second reason I went to Silver Fox Nationals. Now, I did take Kilimanjaro. As most of you know, he was loaned to me for this season from 4R, or Run Rabbit Run Rabbitry. He is on loan to me for the season. The buck I had decided to keep for show for this season just stunned out. He hit like 4 pounds. Oh, he was about 4 pounds at 10 weeks. And I thought then he was a little slow. But then at 4.5 months, he was still just a little over 4 pounds. And so I went ahead and called him, and then I didn't have a buck to show for this season. I asked Sherry at Run Rabbit Run if she had a buck I could borrow so that I could show. The reason I wanted to show a doe and a buck, I firmly believe that the best way to learn is to get your hands on the rabbit, get the rabbit on the judging tables, and listen to what the judges have to say and the other breeders. And so for the learning experience, I wanted to make sure I had a buck and a doe that I could show. And so I ended up borrowing Kilimanjaro, and so I've been showing him. And he has earned 4 legs. He's got 3 junior legs, and he now has an intermediate leg, which he just now turned intermediate. He was about 4.5, maybe 5 months old when he earned his intermediate leg. So we're going to have to wait a little while for him to reach senior status and senior weight, and then he will be a registered grand champion. So anyway, I did take Kilimanjaro, and he took 5th place in the 6-8 class. So anyway, the purpose of this video is I wanted to introduce you to the herd additions. Now this pair, I've got a blue buck and I've got a black doe, came to me all the way from Minnesota. They came from Butternut Farms, Rabbitry, and I'm really pleased to have them on my team, and I'd like to introduce them to you now. All right. First up, we have this young junior buck, and actually, I think on his pedigree, he was kindled November 15th or 16th. Both of these were kindled in November. One of them was on the 15th and one of them was on the 16th. So they are both actually 6/8 now since I brought them home. Let's see, today would be the 17th. So one of them turned 6 months on Monday and the other one turned 6 months on Tuesday. And this buck here is a blue buck at 6 months. He is weighing in at, I believe, 8 pounds on the dot. Nope, 7 pounds, 14 ounces. So he's got plenty of time to grow. He's a really nice buck. I like this buck. They brought me a black buck to look at and a blue buck, and I really liked the loin on this blue buck. Look at the top line on him. I think I would like to have a little more depth, but he's got the width that I'm looking for. I really like this buck. I really like him a lot. Nice and wide, and he's full all the way down to the table. Lightly silvered, but the silver does kind of stand out and pop against that blue. He's got a medium blue. It's not too light. I would like to see it a little darker, but you know, he's still young. It can still darken up as he matures, or at least that's true with New Zealand's. I'm going to assume it's the same for silver fox. He's got a beautiful stand-up fur, nice and dense. I just really like his fur. And this guy, look at that head and that face. Isn't he gorgeous? Huh? And so gentle. He's a sweet baby. I named him Grand Teton. So this is my new boy, Grand Teton. He's such a lovely fella. I like him a lot. But let's get to the doe and take a look at her too. And then here's the black doe. Like I said, she just turned 6 months in the last couple of days. And she is 8 pounds on the mark. A real nice doe here. I can't remember what she placed in the nationals. There was 19 does, I believe, and she was somewhere in the middle of the class. Now we had a specialty after the nationals, and I do remember out of 19, no, it seems like one was scratched for the specialty, so maybe it was 18. I remember she placed, if I remember correctly, a 6th place in the specialty, silver fox specialty. So not a bad animal. I really like her a lot. Beautiful coat, a nice, you know, a friend told me that a silver fox should make you think of stars in the sky, the way the silver pops against the black. And I think she does that nicely. She's got pretty good depth, real nice width. I really like her loin. That's really what I was looking for when I talked to the breeder, or when I talked to the breeder's wife anyway. I guess they do it together. I told them I really needed size and I needed width in the loin, and so that's what they brought me. And so I really like this pair. I look forward to breeding them. I might actually get to breed her probably early in the fall. I'll get to breed her, so maybe by next spring I'll have some of her babies on the show table. Maybe even late winter. But anyway, this is my black doe, and again, she came from Butternut Farms, all the way from Minnesota. She took a long drive to get to Kansas, and then she took a long drive from Kansas to come to Arkansas. So, beautiful girl. And I named her Katahdin. And I just realized yesterday I did a video on weaning some New Zealand babies, and I was wearing a silver fox shirt. Today I'm doing a video with some silver fox, and I'm wearing a New Zealand shirt. So that's kind of funny, I think. That wasn't planned. It's just how it worked out, and I just realized it. So anyway, welcome Grand Teton and Katahdin to Grace Hollow Rabbitry. I'm going to leave some links down below. One will be to my webpage, which will have a list of my show schedule, and you can also see what available rabbits I have. If you see something available that you like, and I'm attending a show near you, I'm happy to bring them along with me to deliver them to you. I'm also going to leave a link to our Facebook fan page so that you can see more of the day-to-day going-ons here at Grace Hollow Rabbitry. Be sure to check out both of those links. And don't hesitate to contact me there on Facebook if you have any questions or would just like to say hello or whatever, see what's going on. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless. See right here, see the water pouring right into the front yard? Yeah. I'm not sure. I think we're going to have to dig a big ditch from there. We do have a culvert under the drive. Let me show you. Right up here, there's a culvert. And I think we're going to have to dig a ditch that way, because we've got 4 points here. We've got 1, 2, 3, and then you can see another point right here in the corner, that's 4, where that water is coming down their driveway across the road into our yard. And then let me get past this porch post, and then it's coming right down our drive. And then you can see right across our yard. We have some of our tin laid out, and this is why the bunny barn is so muddy, because it's constantly raining this year. I mean, my goodness, for the last several months it just rains and rains. We'll rain 3 or 4 days in a row, and sometimes more. And then we might have a day or two that it doesn't rain, but it's not enough time to dry out, and we get flash flooded again, and it's just been a big mess. But I'm looking, and it looks like we have diverted that rain. Now it is, you can see it's going right through here in front of the barn now. Used to, it would go right through it. So leveling that out, backfilling it, putting in sand, has diverted the rain, and it's not entering the barn. The barn is still dry on the inside, so that's great news.